folks, welcome back to the Shill 'em All podcast. We have the Shillionaire NE here with Dr. Shill, and we are going to teach everyone how to make dumb amounts of money in the Pokemon hobby while not caring who you have to trample over to get there.
That's right. That's what the Shills do. Dr. Shill is my favorite name I think I've seen for some time.
Some of the topics are going to be scalping at the highest levels. Others are going to be obviously overpricing your products over MSRP, and even gatekeeping by buying up all the distribution and don't let anyone other of the actual LGSs get it. So that's kind of the ways you become successful.
Great. Gatekeeping's a great word lately. I was called a gatekeeper.
Gatekeeping is right up there with Shill and FOMO. What are the other ones?
Oh boy, there's so many good words.
I feel like all you have to do is put one of these few words in your title, and the video is just going to go straight to the moon.
Cooked. That's a good one.
Cooked. Yep.
Cooked. You throw cooked up there. I found out deleting this video in X amount of time. That was a great title. I do.
Did you actually delete it?
I did. It was like an advertisement for a stream. So on Drip Shop Live where we stream, I don't want to leave that up because people are like, "Oh, when's the stream?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's 3 days ago." So normally I'll do like, "Hey guys, we're doing black and white giveaways on Drip Shop Live. Come on over." And you would think that would get views because it's free shit, but they never do. They get like 1,000 views, 2,000 views, and then nothing really happens. So my last one I made, it was called "Deleting This Video in 12 Hours," and it was just the same exact 2-minute content. It got like 10,000 views, and I was like, "Oh, okay." The "Deleting This Video in," that's a good title,
dude.
You just have to.
Drip has been on my back lately, bro.
Oh yeah?
Like I got an email, I got some emails, and then I got some Discord messages, and now I get like an Instagram message like every other day.
Jesus.
But I mean, we've already talked about here. My feelings is like I'm it's like I don't know. I'm friends with like you and other creators out there like that are all have been or are sponsored by Drip. It's like I don't know why. Like in the past, they've offered me some deals and they were really bad deals.
Yeah.
And after that, I just haven't really ever responded again just because it just like, I don't know, rubs me the wrong way.
Get greedy. Start shilling yourself.
Like, man, you guys value me that low? Like, okay. I don't need to give you the time of day.
I would just wait for like 12 more DMs and then be like, all right, here's my price. Take it or leave it.
I mean, it's kind of how it is at this point. It's just like, dude, come on. Obviously, you have to know other creators in the industry talk to each other. I mean, yeah, you have to know. I know how bad you're trying to screw me.
You gotta wait like another week and a half or two for you to hit 30,000 subs, and then you're.
Oh yeah, you get that 30.
Right. You hit that 30. It's a nice even number.
Why does it say PokeNE has no audio?
Maybe they're talking about my stream. It literally says watch with audio on Nomic's channel. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know. You can hear me. Hopefully, other people can hear me.
I can hear it, man. I can hear it. So yeah, going back to that, like, so what we started out talking about the distributor thing, we were talking about before stream. It's so funny how fast the tables turned, where people gave absolutely no credit, no standing to having a distributor. It was always seen as like, why do I even need a distributor? I'll just buy on Safari Zone at pre-release. I'll just buy from P Football Pete or Hills Wholesale Gaming, and I can already get boxes at 95. What am I going to get a distributor for? And have them make me take a bunch of product I don't want just to get boxes at the same price. I'll just buy from those people. To now, it's like a cheat code to life. If you have a Pokemon distributor with a built-up allocation, it's just like a cheat code to a successful business. And then now everyone is just like begging, clamoring to get into a distributor or get their hands on any product. You know, the gates to the distribution programs out there are all closed, and people are like trying to throw cash to get in. It's amazing to see the shift in just a small amount of time, dude.
And it's funny because the people that made fun of it, it's like, did you think Hills Wholesale Gaming would still supply products below MSRP, but like below distributor pricing? Did you really think Hills Wholesale Gaming would keep doing that when the market got big? It's so funny. People, the entitlement is wild. And then when Hills started selling stuff at market price, people got their mind really blown. It's like, well, if they sold at MSRP, the shit would be gone in a blink of an eye. So yeah, all these people that are like going to Safari Zone and all the places you listed, it's like, are we shocked? How are we confused by the result of this action?
And not only that, man, it's like, all right, if you gave a lot of these people, like a lot of people who say, like, if I had distributor, I could be successful, all that stuff. Here's what happens. Here's what's going to happen this time too. I promise you it will. Brian knows. All these people who are trying to put max orders in at distributors right now, okay? They're not getting what they want. They're like, if I could only get that much, I could be successful. There's going to come a time when prices are going to be, back down, and it's not going to be as much of a cheat code, and all this scalping is going to be over, and you're starting to start getting your full orders and all that stuff. And then the stores are going to stop taking their full allocations, and they're not going to take every collection box and every tin and every, battle deck and stuff. And what's going to happen is their orders are going to start shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. And they're going to say, well, I can't move it fast enough. I don't have enough capital. I can't just store this stuff and keep taking it. And what's going to happen is the distributor is going to go, okay. And they're going to call you and someone else up and go, hey, we got some stuff that someone else didn't want. Do you want it? Give me it. And it's going to be the same exact thing. And then when things pick up again, 1, 2, 3, 4 years, whatever, those stores are going to get passed over and they're going to get upset again. Like, why don't I get more? Because you didn't take it when nobody wanted it. And it's the same thing over and over. And they get mad. It's like, well, it's not fair. I couldn't move it fast enough. That's not our problem. Well, if I sold it, I have to sell it at a loss. That's not our problem. These other stores are willing to take it, sit on it, store capital. And it's just kind of the way business works. And people don't understand that.
People want the easy road. It's wild. The most crazy, obviously the booster box is selling for $200. Like, obviously that's nutty. But the craziest one was when one of my two big distributors, that called me with an ETB deal, and it was 30 ETB cases of Obsidian Flames, Paldea Evolved, and Scarlet Violet base. And this was like right before things got nutty. Like, this was probably like, what was it before Twilight Masquerade? Paradox Rift or Temporal Forces. Yeah. This was in like the Temporal Forces.
They just started to wind down the printing on the sets.
Yeah,
right?
Just like right on the cusp of it, right? And so the ETBs were $30 a piece. And believe it or not, everybody at home, Obsidian Flames ETBs were worth $32 on TCG Player. Like, that was a real thing very recently. And he's like, well, how many cases do you want? And I said, literally all of them. I bought like $15,000 of cases of ETBs. And they sat in this giant pyramid. You've got a thumbnail of you sitting on like a throne made of, what is that? Are those booster boxes or ETB cases?
Yeah, it's a mix. Dude, it's nothing compared to what you were buying.
Yeah, well, it was similar to that. It was just this throne of ETB cases. And I knew in my heart, because I did this with Fusion Strike ETBs, that if I fire sold them, I'd regret it. But I needed the capital, so I'm like, fuck it, here we go. And that now Obsidian Flames ETBs are like $110 a piece. Last I checked, they were $100 a piece. I think they're selling for more than Prismatic Evolution ETBs, which is
another topic. I mean, those are obviously going to zero.
Obviously, that's all crashing and burning. But yeah, it's so funny because I've got friends that have my same distributors, and we're DMing each other, bitching about the distro pricing, and it's like we're getting ETBs for $30. And they were like, dude, I just get them from TCG Player. It's $32. And they're like, and I can get as many as I want. And I don't even want them because they're barely selling. So they're like, this is a scam. No. And I'm like, bro, now you're bitching that you can't even get stuff at MSRP from the distros. Or more than that. I mean, distros right now, they're still selling Surging Sparks for, if you want to buy it for 200 something bucks, you can. But yeah, it's, oh my God, it's just so funny. The entitlement, it's wild. And
even right now, dude, like, think about this. If you could buy Prismatic Evolutions, right? Like what, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, whenever they were at like 140 in ETB, if your distributor would have said, we'll sell you as many as you want at $90, every single store out there would have taken max amount. But right now that after the big Costco drop, if the distributor called into the same thing, hey, we can get you as many Prismatic as you want at $90, they'd be like, I'll take some. Because why? Because they can't make an immediate profit, and nobody wants to sit on any product because no one can have capital locked up because everybody's so razor thin because they don't know how to run a business with long-term goals in mind. And that is why, it's unfortunately it's a whole rich get richer thing. The reason the rich get richer is rich people have long-term mindsets. The short-term mindsets, people that just want like the immediate cash and like they take the money and go blow it, and they like get their next product and get money to go blow it, and they operate on very thin amount of capital. That's why they get crushed when times are not so good and you can't make money immediately.
Yeah, you're 110% right. And I put my money where my mouth was with that topic. And I have my master bedroom is filled with 151 poster collections. I got them for $33 a poster collection. I think they're selling for like 26 on TCG Player. It's less than 33. I bought $40,000 of them, and I'm taking like a $5 loss per poster collection because I know not only will 151 be worth more in the future, but also I did them a solid and they'll do me a solid. And I'll never make fun of like the general consumer for not reading into this or not taking risk or being arrogant, whatever. Like, you guys do whatever you want, you're collectors. But there are so many businesses that follow both of us. And I think they need a little slap in the balls and be like, hey, this is how it works. If you want to stick around, this is what we're doing. Don't bitch about it to my boss. Because that's what they do. They call our suppliers and they complain. This has happened to me.
I know.
It's insane.
I remember those times. I got the same call you got, remember?
Oh, we got in trouble at the same time. Well, I got in trouble. You got a warning.
I got a warning. Like, don't do what Brian's doing. Like, okay.
Yeah, I was flexing my I don't even want to say my allocation because it wasn't an allocation. I bought shit on the distributor's website that was available to everyone. It wasn't even an allocation. And 3 weeks later, the price went up, and then all my competitors wanted to buy it, and the distros were out because I bought it all. And then they tried to get me canned from the distro because they were saying that I was getting special treatment, and the distro boss was like, I don't want to deal with this, and they almost canned me. So they call Alex, and they warn him to not be like Pokey any, Shillionaire any.
You know what's so funny about this? Like, I was thinking about this the other day. I think I talked about it in a live stream or a video, but it's like everyone starts out as a smaller channel, and obviously we're like still extremely small channels compared to YouTube, but I guess we're medium sized for Pokemon, you could say.
Pokemon,
but it's like, dude, we all started out very small. Both of us have been literally making the same type of content for the whole time we've been on YouTube, right? You're making business sites / like investing content. I've been making investing content, and it's like no one cared. No one gave a crap about what we had to say when we had like 2, 3, 4, 5,000 subs. But we were doing the same exact things that like have made us successful in the hobby. But now that we're like starting to get a few subs and a few views, now it's like everything we say is like a problem. Like, well, they're trying to manipulate the market. They're trying to shill this. They're trying to force you to. It's like, dude, just making the same stuff. Why do you care now? You didn't care 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I said that with PokeRev. He was shilling Paradox Rift and Obsidian Flames just as hard as
no one cared when PokeRev was just an Instagram account, Pokemon Revolution. No one cared what he was saying then.
Shit, no one cared what he was saying when he was a famous YouTuber. Like, you watch his Paradox Rift videos where he got more views. He got 400,000 views a video in that time, and Rift was $85 a box.
Yeah,
but now somehow he's getting less views. No offense to him, the algorithm changed a little bit. And people are like, oh, he's the reason black and white are going to be impossible to find. It's like, bruh, no, he's not. Like,
dude. Well, you know what's funny about that too, right? Like you said, he gets a few 100,000 views a video. And then we see how like there's millions of people in line at the Pokemon Center website waiting for PC ETBs. And that's just the US. That's not including the worldwide where like English is one of the most collected langues. Like,
the US
how is he influencing tens of millions of people with only a few 100,000 views? I don't get
it. It's because it's complete nonsense. It's nonsense. And
that's impressive. You influence tens of millions of people by only speaking to a couple 100,000.
They just all talk to their friends. Apparently, they all DM each other and go, "Oh,
yeah." They get the word out there through the Reddit forums.
Yeah, r/Poke investing. Yeah, dude, I got my final allocations for black and white. Speaking of that, complete ass. Like, it's gonna be so horrible.
When he says that, he doesn't mean like the 2 boxes I usually get. He means like he only got like 20,000 boxes instead of 40,000.
Shit. Well, for some reference, I ordered $700,000 of them, and which is obviously obnoxious.
Oh, yeah, it was funny. People were coming to my stream after you made that video because I had a live stream. I guess the day or day after. They're like, Alex, did you know Brian bought 700,000? I'm like, well, yes and no. Like, I'm sure he put in for that many. I don't think he's gonna get that many.
Honestly, like that would have been a good chunk of my capital. So thank God. But that's what I keep saying to people is at some point these distros are going to call my bluff and give me $700,000 worth, and I'll have no choice but to sell them for a pretty cheap price, because I'll be like, oh shit, that's almost $1 million, and that's how things will get better.
Yes.
So I'm going to order $700,000 of Mega as well, and if they call my bluff, and they call everyone else's bluff that's doing degen shit like me, we're going to have to sell way under MSRP. We'll sell it at probably $100 a booster box, because $700,000 is a lot of money. I'm not doing that good. Like, so that's how it's going to end. It's going to be that, but we'll see.
What's going on the Japanese side of things? I know things are cooling off a bit. I know that terrestrial reprint kind of slowed things, and like, are the sales slowing at all? Are sales still good?
I'd say sales are pretty good. The black and white set was a little underwhelming, but it's just because it was so expensive from Japan out the gate. I think Japan thought it would be a lot stronger than it was.
Was this the first time they've done this deluxe box thing?
Yeah. First time Japan's
the deal?
done it.
I know, like, Retrospecs explained it a little bit to me, but what's the deal with it? What's the difference?
Well, do I have one? I think I have one right here. Oh yeah,
like guaranteed hits or something.
So I haven't read the PokeBeach article since it's been updated, if it's been updated. But what I do know, so each pack is thick as hell. Like,
holy crap! It's like bigger than a Magic Fat Pack or something.
Yeah, so the Chinese simplified Chinese cards have this format, but it's 6 packs, and each pack has, I think, 25 cards. I think these are only 4 packs, but each one has 35 cards. So like, they're thick, and so the guarantee per pack is an AR. And I was like, oh, well, that's cool. At least, like, you get 1 art rare per pack guaranteed. But I don't know what else is guaranteed, because in a normal standard box, you're guaranteed 3 art rares as it is,
so
along with a Master Ball. 4
packs of 25 cards,
35 cards,
35 cards.
Yeah. So with the standard box, you're guaranteed it's like 3 art rares, an SR, a Master Ball, and then a couple EX cards, I think. So the only thing last I checked that PokeBeach said was these are guaranteed 1 art rare per pack. I don't know if the box has guarantees. Like, if the box still has an SR guaranteed, I don't know. I would assume so, because otherwise the value would be kind of ass. But there are God packs available in this.
Yeah.
It's not all 35 cards, though, from what I understand. It's like 6 to 10 cards per pack, and then the rest of the cards are just like normal.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird deal. I haven't really opened many of these yet. We did the drip stream. We just did standard boxes.
Yeah. Yeah. I just opened it last night. I don't have the deluxe boxes in, but I opened the regular. It seemed decent. I mean, I don't think it's as hyped as, I was talking with Eli yesterday. I think this Final Fantasy with Magic and Destined Rivals may have been like the apps. I think we reached the absolute peak, I think.
Yeah, I'd say
like this
peaked.
Is the absolute peak of the TCG market, maybe.
I think so. I don't think the Mega Evolution set's going to be like that crazy. Not
again, like, saying it's the peak doesn't mean it's going to crash, but like, I think like we might see boxes like get back closer to 200 again, maybe under, like something like that.
Yeah, I can't see them doing anything more hype than. I mean, the Destined Rivals thing, I think it may have disappointed a lot of people. I don't know. The price suggests otherwise, but that was hyped for like a year. Like, as soon as like that leaked, there was a Team Rocket set like a year ago. We've had a year to like get hyped about it. I don't think there's anything coming out in a year that we even know about.
It is weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a goofy deal. So like, no one's that hype about. Everyone thinks the 30th anniversary is going to be this gigantic thing, and maybe it will, but there's really no like reasoning for it. No one even knows what it's going to be.
That's what I would say. Every anniversary set's been lackluster since I've been in the hobby. Like, Generations was, no one cared. Like, people wanted Evolutions over Generations, and then Celebrations was just like Celebrations. The UPCs popped off, but the ETBs, they stayed low for a good while.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still not even one of the best performing sets in the era. And now
Generations was the
30th anniversary. Yeah, I don't get it.
It's not even a good year. Like, 25 that's a more sexy year than 30. 30 is kind of like, yeah, well, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like because Pokemon, like, number 25 is Pikachu. It's like a fourth of a century. Like, if they didn't make the 25 that crazy, the 30 is not going to be crazier.
True. Yeah.
I don't know.
Depending on what they do, right?
Yeah, but
I
I
mean,
agree with you. I think we peaked.
throw a serialized art in there, all bets are off.
You think they'll do that?
I wish they would, but no, I don't think they will.
I think they're too conservative. I don't think Pokemon would do such a thing, but
no, I'm with you there. What I know you care like all the languages. What do you think is going to go on with this Chinese stuff? I know like it's really popping off right now. I actually just broke down and got some for the streams.
Ooh, okay. The gem boxes,
Gem, what is it? Gem 2, the new one.
the bluish
Yes, I have
holographic looking box.
I worked a deal with a friend of mine, and he's going to send me a case to try out. So, how's it? Is it killing it for you, or?
Yeah, it really is. What I think really hurt Chinese was the whole tariff situation because it was so tumultuous. Like we went from 100% to 135 down to 30. And I just saw a news thumbnail that Trump and China reached an agreement. I don't know if that's clickbait or not. I literally saw it as I clicked on the stream. I think that's what kind of killed it more than it should have. But they have a new set coming out, I think next month, with Goldango on the cover, on the art. And then that's got more exclusive arts that no one's ever seen. Not Rukia, she's from Bleach. The girl has it's an R name. I can't think of it right now. But she is going to be an exclusive art. I'll find it. And so if they keep up,
I will say one thing, man. Like other TCGs, Pokemon's so spoiled with the price points we have. Dude, the Final Fantasy price points are insane. I had 2 Final Fantasy collector boxes last night for my stream. They sold out like that. Like
that. So you're doing those too.
At $75 a pack. Like people don't care. Like, could you imagine? Dude, people are losing their shit that, Prismatics, it was like 15 a pack. Like that was like the biggest story ever. Like, dude, we're talking like 5 times that, and people are like just eating them up in like Magic. It's funny how different the different TCGs can be with price points.
Yeah, the Magic people must be making fun of the Pokemon people. Like, what are they complaining about? Sport cards,
dude, even their bad collector boxes are probably more than Prismatic packs.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
When I looked into sport cards once, and it was like RNG Games might know. I don't know. The sport card booster boxes, like those are like $800, $1,600, like at release. I don't understand the whole Prism football, blah blah blah. But yeah, I'm like Pokemon. We got it pretty good over here.
We really do. It just, I think it all goes down to like the chase you want and like how, people don't like to use the word gamble, but I mean, dude, opening a pack is gambling to some sort. And I think it's just like all about the gamble you want to take. Like, do you want to open a $10 or $15 pack and try to pull a $5,000 God pack? Or would you rather open a $3 or $4 pack and try to open a $40 card? Like most people would rather chase a valuable thing. And I think that's why like Magic's doing so well with the serialized and all these like special rarities. People want to pull these cards that are worth multiple thousands of dollars, and they're willing to pay a little more to do it.
Or a lot more, apparently.
A lot more.
I wonder what the margins are for those people that do rips on like those expensive ones. It seems like they're all freaking millionaires. Like these sport card, like
the sports cards.
Yeah, like Blake's Breaks did a bunch of sport cards for a while.
Yeah,
and I mean, obviously he allegedly cheated and scammed his way to victory. But like, I think the margins were really good too. I don't know.
Which blows my mind that you have to. I'm in this business. I'm a ripper. Like it's like you can run a successful business without scamming anybody. So I don't understand why he did that. Especially if sports cards margins are even better.
I agree. I'm confused by it too because like ultimately, I mean, you could sit down and do the math, but he's been out of the game for like 2 year, maybe a year and a half. I don't know. Like if he would have played it honest, he'd probably have netted more by now than he did back then. Like he'd probably net higher. I don't know.
I mean, well, okay. I can't really speak for sports cards because I don't know. Maybe you can scam someone out and like of like a $50,000 like serialized card. But like for Pokemon, it's like, oh, what am I going to pull out a $800 Moonbryon and scam you out of that? Like that's going to get me ahead. Like I think people don't like understand like business when they think like that. Like, but it's $800. It's like cool, like it's almost like the people that like accuse you. I remember like of like resealing a pack or like mapping the boxes or some stupid stuff.
I literally got an email yesterday. This is hilarious. I was gonna bring it up. This guy goes, I bought 2 booster box. Oh, and 2 was all caps. TWO, all caps. 2 booster boxes of Destined Rivals from you. and I only got like $80 worth of. It sounded like satire, and he's like, just so you know, I've had better luck with MJ Holdings products. Wondering what you have to say about this. I'm like, did they look resealed to you? And I'm like, dude, I get them all from distributors. I don't buy secondhand. I'm like, do you want me to show you my invoices? He's like, you could show all the invoices in the world. Doesn't prove that you didn't manipulate the boxes. I'm like,
yeah, it's like, dude,
what?
You should be like, dude, I was literally up till past midnight the last few nights just shipping out all my orders. But yeah, I had time to sit there and scan every box and reseal them all to pull out a couple cards worth $300.
It's bananas. I'll be right back. The postal service is here as per usual. As per usual.
Yeah, guys, it's so wild that like people like it's almost like people don't think the whole thing through. It's like, is it even worth a large business like the size of Brian's time to try to sort through a Destined Rivals case boxes and pull out a couple $300 or $400 Mewtwo cards? Like, who in their right mind running a multi-million-dollar business is going to do these things? And I just think it's just like people want to have fun and watch like drama content, and that's all good, right? Everyone watches trash TV and all that, but it's just like it becomes a problem. People start thinking it's real, right? And it's like it's almost like the scanning thing, dude. Like, you know, so many people like that got on board with the scanning. You made a video, like, let's go back and look at it. Remember that?
Oh yeah, my like, little 6-month review.
Dude, I remember the scanning thing. Like, dude, people were just like dumping some of their stuff because of that video. I'm just like, for people that have grown up in the age of social media and the age of like videos and editing and all the things you can like, dude, you could watch a magic show on video and they could do a million things in front of your eyes with like editing that you never saw. Like Chris Angel did it back in the day, right? And it's just like, so someone's going to make a video and claim that they can, you know, weigh packs or metal detect packs or scan packs or all this stupid stuff, and you just believe it, like face value, and you don't believe anybody that handles, you know, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of these packs, millions of dollars in product. You don't believe what any of these people are telling you. People that stream literally and open thousands of packs a week. Everyone's telling you how they all open packs, loose packs, pull all the best cards, everything's fine. But you're going to believe some guy that wanted to make a YouTube video to get views and think that like he's just like the bearer of truth. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Agreed. And I think you had the best take on it. And I think I brought it up in the video that, you know, assuming this whole scanny thing is 100% legitimate and works all the time, people aren't buying these vintage booster boxes for what's inside. Oh. Typically, like they want the sealed booster box, even modern booster boxes. I mean, or more modern booster boxes. Like aside from Evolving Skies, you're not going to profit.
It was great, man. I actually did a video where I broke down an Excel spreadsheet.
And I saw that.
Yeah, I did all the math, and it's like most of the time, even if you hit the PSA 10s on some of the top cards, it after grading fees and all the shipping there and back and all the, it barely even would make sense. Like, and that's what like trips people up so much about single cards is they don't understand like why sealed product could be more valuable than what could be inside.
I think I saw the one with like Darkness Ablaze was like a PSA 10 Charizard and a PSA 10 whatever the second best one was.
Yeah, like the Salamence,
like,
maybe.
Yeah, probably. I was listening to it in the car, and I'm like, oh my god, PSA 10s for the 2 top hits, and you wouldn't even break even. Not to mention the cost of scanning the booster box was quite obnoxious too.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was. I forgot what they were charging, but I don't even know if they're still in business. I don't know what happened with that business.
It's just, I don't know, man. There's always going to be a million things causing like fear and panic and stuff. And what's funny is that me and you, people like me and you get accused of causing FOMO, like fear of missing out. But like anyone like making all this kind of stuff, they don't get accused of any kind of fear, like fear mongering. It's weird.
In fairness, the guy who allegedly advertised it, he did get a lot of shit, as you know, as deserved. I'm not going to say names. But,
yeah, the guy who like started the company.
The guy who advertised the company. It wasn't an advertisement though. It was just a little fun informational video, not an advertisement. No money exchanged. But yeah, that whole thing was hilarious. I was telling the Shiny Vert podcast people I'm gonna do a 6-month review, like twice a year, I guess, of all the things that we're mad about now that we'll forget about in 6 months. So the next episode is going to be in December, and it's going to be all about GameStop because no one will give a shit in 6 months. all about shell companies, and there was one more. I said it in the Trainer Gallery podcast, but
that's so perfect.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Maybe MSRP. I forgot. There was a third
for sure
thing.
MSRP.
Yeah, because like we won't remember or care. It's just you gotta throw the videos in for the algorithm.
Dude, that's gonna be the most fun content ever. Is like once like the market price catches up and then like boxes are say like 130, 140 again. I just making all the content. Guys, I have boxes at MSRP on my site. As many as you want.
Scammer, too much money. I can get it at 105 on TCG Player.
That's not MSRP.
Yeah. I had this idea, and ironically or coincidentally, someone in my chat also had the same idea because they said it to me, and I was like, I was going to do that. And I'm going to make a video from the perspective of a YouTuber in 2027. And so, like, in the video, I'm going to say, like, what's up, guys? It's June 2027. And I'm just going to pretend it's 2027.
I wonder how close you get.
I think I'll be pretty damn close. I have it all kind of mapped out. It's going to be so in character that people are going to be like, wait, what year is this? Like, when 2027 hits, they're going to have to look at the date of upload and be like, holy shit. So it's like the Rudy videos.
2027 is going to be more like 2023.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to trash the current sets. I made up Dragon Centurion is a set I made up, like just bullshitting on stream, and everyone thought it was real.
And I looked, I was trying to like look it up. I'm like, where is he getting this info?
Yeah, everyone thought it was real because it sounds like a cool name. And so I'm gonna trash Dragon Centurion, and I'm gonna trash some other made up sets, and then I'm gonna make another video of PokeTubers in 2029. Where I'm talking about how Dragon Centurion took this huge like upswing, and if you missed it, you were an idiot. Dude, it's gonna be like Rudy's bathroom.
2027, if that set comes out, would you lose your mind?
Oh my god, it would be like the kid that made up Doritos Locos Tacos at Taco Bell and didn't get the credit for it. That's how I'm gonna feel. Dragon Centurion, maybe it'll happen. You know what'll happen? Honestly, Pokemon will hunt me down and try to kill me for like leaking some secret.
Oh my god, yeah. Some secret's not even out yet.
Yeah, I'll be in the same grave with Seismic Shock TV for this, exposing secrets. Pokemon gonna hunt me down.
God, that's a name, man. He's just gone, right?
So it's funny, he's not actually gone from the internet. He does like kind of like, I don't want to say red pill content because that's a little extreme, but closer kind of Andrew Tate vibes. Not like the super intense Andrew Tate, but like Andrew Tate just from a business perspective, not from a hating women perspective. You know what I mean, like the good stuff, but he doesn't really get anything for views. He's on Facebook, which is weird. I randomly looked him up. Facebook was like, you might know Ollie whatever, and I was like, oh shit, that's Seismic Stock TV,
right? And
so I clicked him on Facebook, and yeah, it's all like kind of the dramatic music and like you might think that you work hard, but you've never seen hard work. And then like someone like lifting weights,
it's like well edited and everything.
It's hyper well edited, but no one seems to give a shit, which brings back my opinion that editing is too much work and it's not worth your effort. Yeah. He'd be better off talking in a horizontal landscape format about just working hard. He'd probably get way more views.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. Like it kind of brings me into that kind of next topic I've been, I talked a little about yesterday with Eli, but like, dude, I don't know. I feel like right now in the hobby, it's almost like for like, especially the investing business type content, I feel like we're in the worst spot we've ever been in Pokemon.
As far as like inaccuracies?
As far as like
trash content?
I feel like it's become just content oriented. It's just like for YouTube. I feel like there's very little like actually good like takes, conversations, like actual advice out there, and it's literally just a YouTube content form now to get to try to get views and make money. Whereas like I feel like back a few years ago there was a lot of like actually good like nuanced takes, people I didn't even agree with all the time, but at least I respected that they had a take and they gave their reasoning. Now I just feel like it's all the same thing. There's like 3 things you can do in Pokemon. You can open packs, you can talk, you can show charts all day and just talk about what happened on the chart today or the next day, or you can make like drama type content or reaction content. Like those are like the three main things. There's like nothing in between. Like, do you feel that way?
The three pillars. Yeah, it's and I mean,
even
I was
you
saying
yourself,
this,
like you even came out of video and said, and you haven't made as much content. You're just like, yeah, like I just feel like it's not a good time to make business content. So I'm just kind of, and even you, and even me, like I've been starting to think like, how do I kind of get out of this, like, you know, rat wheel that everyone else is doing? But it's just like, it's so hard because when you try to pivot out of it, YouTube lets you know very directly, hey, people don't want to see this. Your views go whoop, and your subscriber growth goes woo. And then you go make one of the stupid, you know, clickbaity videos, and it's like, oh, views, subscribers up, we love you. And it's just like, this is why people do it.
Yeah, it's encouraging. It is encouraging trash content. I mean, I said I got to dig it out 8 months ago. Like, if you don't have a YouTube channel within the next month and you don't just talk, you're an idiot, because the algorithm is handing out views, because they are. Anyone can get famous on YouTube, famous on PokeTube. I mean, yeah, your thumbnail today, gotta shill them all. Like, that's gonna get way more views than anything valuable that you put out. And that's just kind of how we are. The conspiracy hat, tinfoil conspiracy hat theory in my brain is it's just a big psyop from the government, that the government's paying Google
Here we go.
to recommend. This is the good shit. The government.
I got Eddie Bravo logging in. Hold on.
This is some Eddie Bravo level shit. The government, big media, is paying Google, LinkedIn, etc. to push trash, pointless content that's just for dramatic effect to distract you from the truth. I'm being kind of satirical here, but like I do think there's some merit to it.
My language, I actually believe that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like I think there's some truth to it where they want to keep all the peons stupid. I mean, that's like the Kardashians, everything. Basically, my wife and her friends watch the Mormon Wives, Kardashians.
Mormon Wives.
The Mormon Wives is an insane show. Highly recommend if you want to just kill yourself at night. All that trash content. I think there's a reason why it's so like people cue into it, and it distracts us from watching like actual valuable stuff. Like, it distracts us from actually educating ourselves properly. I think the Pokemon world is a very, very nuanced, small little chunk of that. But that's definitely a real thing. I don't know if it's true in the Pokemon atmosphere, but trash content to rot your brain, that's very real.
Well, not only that, when the platforms out there reward you for it, like, here's the thing, guys, as a content creator, right? The success you see is based on like the metrics that you can measure. And when the metrics that you can measure on your channel all support one style of like content or video, that tells you that's what the audience, Mr. Beast famously said it. When you think algorithm, think audience, right? So when the audience is telling you this is what they want, your main inclination is to give them more of this. And it's just kind of like self-fulfilling prophecy. Then you just keep making more, the audience likes it more, it grows you just keep putting it out. And although it's not like probably the best things to be doing or talking about or putting out, it's like, well, what am I going to do? Have a less successful channel?
Yeah, it punishes good content, and I mean, we do it with food. You know, what's the cheapest food out there? The shit that's horrible for you. It doesn't cost. I mean, organic farming, it does cost more, but there's a lot of healthy foods out there that are the same price to produce, but big media produces or encourages you to eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch as a breakfast. And I think there's a lot to it. They want to keep us sick and in the healthcare system, and they want to keep us, again, kind of down. And
how are those Taco Bell nuggets, by the way?
Okay. The Taco Bell nuggets kick ass. I mean, did I talk about those on stream, or did you just
I think it was like maybe an Instagram story or post you put out.
I put a story up. I put a story up. Yeah, the Taco Bell chicken nuggets. They're not like McDonald's nuggets. They're like, it's like big popcorn chicken, white meat popcorn chicken. Probably horrible for you, but 72 grams of protein for 10 nugs. That's gains, baby.
Look at Northwoods. I can do a video on top 5 Pokemon cards and get 800 views. I can do a video on how dumb NN is and get 10K views.
I mean, yeah, probably.
Dude, just bashing somebody like larger than you in the space, that is like the cheat code for views, is it not?
Oh, 100%.
It's like, and it's
I see why people do it.
Well, it's such a perfect like strategy, because like you know how it is. Like you can punch up and no one bats an eye, but then if you punch down, like you're an evil asshole. And so it's like you're in like a mental, you're in like a checkmate because you kind of just have to take the abuse and you can't really even acknowledge it, or like, you know, you look bad. It's such a funny way how social media works.
It's a catch-22.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you nailed it. And going back to my conspiracy theory, of course, media attacking other people gets high views.
Yeah.
Let them fight. Civil wars, mini civil wars between factions. Like, that's what they want.
Oh yeah, the other cool thing about like our Pokemon spaces, like Rudy talks about it, you've talked about it, but like the average person in this hobby is like, what is it, like 6 to 24 months, something like that.
Yeah.
And so the greatest part is like, you know, me and you can make any kind of content we want. Everyone out there can come and like bash me or you about what we're saying, say we're shilling, FOMO, all the bullshit. And then in 2 years, even if we're right, no one's going to come back and say, oh, you were right, that person was wrong. They're all gone by then. Yeah. So now the whole new crop's there and they can just like attack you for the new stuff you're saying. And by the time you're right about that, they'll all be gone because it's too long.
It cycles through. Yeah, I know. You're 100% right. Like, that's exactly how I've seen so many of your videos where you basically go back to investments you've suggested or investments you've suggested against. And you're right on all of them. You have a surprisingly high track record, not to glaze, but it is shockingly high. Down to Paldea Evolved back in the day when people didn't pretend to love that set.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. No one cares because the few people that stick around, they're just going to ignore it because I don't want to be wrong. And then
they're probably not
like
even
you said,
in the comment sections. They probably don't even leave comments.
No, probably not. They might not even watch. But yeah, everyone just vanishes.
Yep. Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's almost like with your business advice, right? Like, I know you've never put out like a course or anything, but like you could almost like piece together a course based on all of the content. If you kind of went through your old videos and like picked certain ones out, and it's just like, dude, everything you've said is a model of how to create an online business selling Pokemon. But it's just like someone could like mess up here, get scammed here, like whatever, and then they could come back and say like all these bad things about you or the content you made or how it doesn't work, and it's just like, how'd I get here then? Like, well, how did I get here? Like, I did all the stuff I told you. I got here. Like,
I was a Nepo baby. Daddy had all the money. That's how I got here.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people say. I'm like, my dad was a cop and my mom was a teacher. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, it just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say at this point where, you know, even if it's a successful advice, like you're just going to get hated on for, you know, not being, I guess, like with the little guy. The us versus them mentality is higher than ever in the hobby, I think. Would you say that?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, like the little guy who can't find a product at the store. Another thing is funny. When products were falling off the shelves at the store, you never had anyone complaining about buying on eBay, TCG Player. It was all safe back then. Nowadays, because it's more expensive on there, it's, oh, I don't want to get scammed online. Yeah, buying from a 50,000 feedback, 100% positive feedback seller on eBay or TCG Player is going to get you scammed, I'm sure.
That's insane.
Like, you just don't want to buy it because you heard someone say MSRP or anything over that's bad. So you don't want to pay $90 in ETB when in the store it's 60 plus tax. Like, yeah, come on.
And it's funny too, because, you know, when you would say when Paldea Evolved was $100 and you'd be like, guys, this is a good buy, you should buy it. Then you're shilling for Paldea Evolved because you went heavy bags into it. Right. And you need to try it. And it's like, bro, no, I'm trying to tell you, go to TCG Player and buy this. I'm trying to help you out. So any good advice is either selfish or dumb.
Yep.
And that's not true for everyone. I mean, there's a lot of people that obviously like the stuff and agree with it, but the negative stuff definitely is louder than the positive.
Which is what they want. What are things looking like for you this summer? I mean, obviously we talked. You're enjoying summer. Obviously, your wife's a teacher, so she's off, and you guys are doing a lot. But are you, if business wise, are you like trying to like make any preparations for like where you see the hobby going in the next couple quarters and in the next year? Or just kind of business as usual, or what are you kind of seeing or doing?
I think like you, I sold a lot of investments, a lot of stuff that I was keeping back. I know you paid off your house, which is mad crazy. And so I sold a lot of stuff that I plan on keeping for longer. I still have a lot in the back, but I don't know. I think I'm going business as usual. I got employees now, and so I've seen monthly sales go up quite a bit. Obviously, partially because of the market's the way the market is, but also because instead of like, I mean, I was a horrible businessman. I'd have cases and cases and cases stacked up from Japan that I'd order and this wouldn't have time to list. Or I didn't know what it was half the time. I'd be like, oh shit, here's 10 cases of 151. Didn't know I had that. And now that I have employees, I can like list stuff and keep the site stocked. And so our sales have gone up to like 600, 650,000 a month, which is awesome.
That is wild, dude.
Oh, it's
now,
crazy.
would you say sales volume is up? Like, or is it just like I guess like, is it more the number because like everything's more expensive, or are you actually moving more units?
A little bit of both, definitely more on the unit side. So our average order it was like $260 several months ago, and now it's $330.
Okay.
And then, so quite a bit more, I suppose, at scale. And then we were doing between like 15 and 30 orders a day, and now we're doing between like 50 and 70.
Okay.
And on a busy day, like a new set release, for example, we'll do like 300 orders in one day. Which is nuts. Like the black and white set, the Japanese one, I think we processed like 600 something orders.
That's wild.
So it's a little bit of both for sure. But I'm just kind of trying to just. They say when things are easy, you need to go hard. Because when things get hard, then you've got something you built up. A lot of people right now, especially in our position as business people and YouTubers, things are easy and people are going easy. The same thing can be said with distributors. You know, when things are, when product is easy to find, people go the easy route. They go to TCG Player. When product is hard to find, then they want to take the easy route, and the easy route doesn't exist anymore. So I'm trying to go as hard in the paint as I can right now, as far as like strategy and prep, while letting my employees kind of do the, you know, the monotonous work.
What do they say? Like if you want to grow your business, you need to work on your business, not in your business, right?
Yeah, that's I've heard that many times. That's
probably it's not me. It's probably like Alex Hermosi or one of those guys.
Sounds very Alex Hermosi vibes. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. So I'm working on that kind of thing right now.
I've trained out to watching like more business content and less Pokemon because, like I said, I can't take it anymore.
Most Pokemon content sucks. So I've been doing a lot of Alex Hermosi.
Even like the people I used to disagree with, I used to enjoy watching the content because it was at least well thought. Even if you don't agree with someone's take, as long as it's like a well thought out, good argument and good take, you still, I feel like, get something out of it. Nowadays, I feel
still
like
value. This is the Postal Service. All right. The last guy was a shill trying to sell bug shit. Shillionaire bug guy.
Trying to make a living. How dare him? Oh, man. Let's see what we got in the chat. You guys any questions in the chat for us anyway? Any topics you want us to touch on? What we got going on, guys? By the way, thanks to you for all 450 plus of you guys hanging out with us in the middle of the day on Wednesday. This was super unplanned. Brian's been living his best life. And so I finally got a text from him last night. He's like, dude, I know we don't have anything planned, but if you want to go live tomorrow, I got some time. And I'm just like, let's do it, man. Let's do it. So this was all unplanned. We just threw it up at last minute. So glad you guys had some time in the middle of the day on your Wednesday to come hang out with us. Oh man, how will Destiny Rivals fare in 3 years? Probably pretty decent. In the meantime, in the next 3 years, I have no clue. It'll probably be all sorts of ups and downs. I think 3 years from now, it'll be pretty decent. Pretty decent. Can you focus on Japanese market or should you mix? I mean, it just depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to like run a business, you can do it in any market. I mean, collect doesn't matter. Like invest wise, there's products that do well in all languages at this point. I'm more accustomed to English where I feel more comfortable, but it's definitely not a rule. I'm very new. Whatnot made me dislike Rip and Chips. At least you've been honest, and I actually got a few hits. Yeah, man. That's the problem. It's like anything else. A few bad apples can ruin it for everybody. Obviously, Whatnot's had its fair share of bad apples. And, I've said it before. Whatnot as a platform, it can't be evil or good. It's just a literal platform. Now, the management of whatnot has not been the greatest by, nipping it in the butt on some of those, issues that have arisen and get people banned and watch things more closely and all that. So that's been an issue, right? And then sellers doing unscrupulous things an issue. But like, Rip and Ships as a whole, guys, it's literally, here's what it is. At the essence of Rip and Ship, okay? It is literally you and a bunch of your online buddies all hanging out, ripping packs, rooting each other on, sharing each other's emotional downs and lows. And it's more of a community aspect, hanging out and ripping packs. That's all it is. And just like you would go out to like, Dave and Buster's and get some food and some beers and play some games, or, go out to, a bar or the casino, or, I don't know, a concert or sporting event, hang out and get some food and spend money. That's what Rip and Chips are, guys. It's literally an entertainment piece. No one's there telling you to invest, or, oh, if you rip this pack, you're going to come out ahead and you're going to make all this money. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you get lucky, right? But like at the essence, guys, Rip and Ships is literally just a way to hang out and for entertainment. So like, I think some people make it out to be more or less of what it is, like, evil or whatever, all this crazy stuff, scalping, scamming, all that stuff. That's how I've always seen it. What I always say, guys, this is my kind of rule for life. I wouldn't do anything that I wouldn't do myself. I've participated in Rip and Ships. I've participated in box breaks all the way back to probably, I don't know, 2019, 20, probably that far back. So like I used to do it myself, still do time to time, especially on my friends' channels that, do Rip and Ships. And so, yeah, man, that's kind of how I feel about it. Everyone's got their own. Here's the best way, like the best way to protest, just don't do it. Don't support it, but like this whole idea where you got to hate on anybody that's running a business is kind of crazy. We're getting to the whole Rip and Ship conversation.
Ooh, Rip and Ship conversation. That's good.
My take. It's entertainment. It's like the best way to protest it. If you're against it, just don't do it. Like I don't think like going around trying to hate on everybody that does Rip and Ships is really the way. But
yeah, it's when something's getting as many views and followers as Rip and Ships are, it's
I always just blame
you.
I tell him to go blame Brian. Like you're the one that told me to do it.
I did. Yeah, you can collect a con Kansas City.
Yeah, I just say blame Bill Penny, and then I send him to your channel.
2023 or 2024?
I feel like it was 23. Yeah.
Yeah, 23. That's nutty. Yeah, it might not be for you, and I get that, but if there's that much of a following from like fellow Pokemon fans, it's probably you that has the problem and not really the action itself.
Well, this is the greatest take I've seen. Beer at a bar is much more expensive than a beer at a grocery store.
Facts. 100%. I mean, yeah.
And what's funny, I have friends like that. Like, I'm not going to get a beer here. Like, why? I can go to the grocery store and get a 6-pack for that. It's like, okay, well, we're out here. I'm sure I can go to the store and get a steak, but I'm going to pay this restaurant to cook one for me. Like,
yeah, it's a service. It might not be a service you respect, but like it's a service. It's not a scam, certainly. I saw the funniest. Have you seen those like Instagram videos where people like make DMs or texts into songs? Have you seen those? Like,
no.
It's like Sumo is one of them where this AI makes songs. It's similar to like the little jingles everyone's doing. So one guy posted a conversation out on Facebook Marketplace of a PSA 10 Charizard or something, and the guy DMs him, "Why is this so expensive?" And the seller's like, "Oh, it's a PSA 10. This is market price. I can wiggle on it a little bit." And the guy's like, "Yeah, but raw, this Charizard's only $100. You want $1,000 for the PSA 10. What's up with that? I can grade it myself." And so the guy's like, "Oh, we'll buy a raw one and grade it yourself." He's like, "Well, I want the 10 though." The seller's like, "Well, this is the market price for a 10. That's the premium. I took the risk. I did this. And then the buyer's like, "Well, I understand you took the risk and need to make some profit, but how about like 5 to 10% margin? That should be enough. We making a deal or what?" It's like these people that are like, "Oh, I'll just do it myself." It's like, bro, there's a lot more to cooking a steak at home than going to a restaurant, grading a card than buying it graded. People are wild. It was a great song, by the way. Oh, that was the craziest conversation I've heard.
The entitlement's at an all-time high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always thought rip and ships were weird too. I've got a video from like 3 years ago of me
Dude,
asking
you
my.
used to do them.
Oh, I know. Before that, so I started the business in January of 2021, and then there's a TikTok video of me. I'm renovating a house for my boss in real estate. I'm all dusty, drywall dust, and I got my selfie thing up. I'm like, guys, I heard about rip and ships. I didn't even know what they were. I was like, I guess I open packs that you buy. This was early, and I thought it was weird as shit. And I said it in the video. I'm like, is this weird? Would you guys want this? And I thought it was kind of weird that people paid so much for it for honestly a couple of years. Even though I was doing it, I was like, why is this a thing? Now, when me and Bryce are doing our giveaway rip and ships on Drip, we're like rapping, back and forth. The audience is involved. And I'm like, okay, now I get it. Because Bryce was like, he's one of my employees. I met him at the gym. And he's like, that was kind of fun. He's like, when I buy stuff, I go home and I don't have any friends that like Pokemon. And so he's like, I just do it by myself on the kitchen table, and it's kind of dull. And that's when I really realized, like, oh, there is a lot of value for a lot of people.
For sure. Dude, there's always value to like entertainment and hanging out and doing stuff with people, I think. And again, like, it's up to each individual person to like decide what amount of value it is for what things cost. Like, we're not gonna get into like that whole conversation. Everyone's thoughts are different, but yeah, I just think it's weird how I guess upset what other people do makes people, if that makes sense. Like, it's weird how upset people get about how other adults choose to like spend money or spend their time.
I mean, you see that way outside of Pokemon too.
I know, right? What's up with that? Like,
the political landscape alone is insane. It's wild to me.
You have to just be really unhappy as an individual. That's the only thing it comes down to.
Yeah, from what I've seen, at least on the political spectrum, it's just people that are very uneducated, like just dumb people. And I'm just like, what are you so worried about? And it's like half the people are very unsuccessful and living pretty miserable lives, like you said, like just kind of sad. I'm like, maybe you could find happiness if you just not even agreed with the opposition, but just like ignored them. Probably very beneficial to your mental health. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I enjoy that side of the business. Like, I hope it never goes away. Like, even if, it becomes less profitable or, whatever. Like, dude, I can't afford myself to rip all those packs like for myself. And so it's like, it's a way for me to get the enjoyment of ripping, even though I don't get to necessarily keep the card. I get to pull basically every card out of every set, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's a dopamine rush. It's like
even if it's not yours, you still get that rush. I mean, if you don't, maybe you're in the wrong hobby, but like, I still get it.
I stopped for a bit after doing it for like 2 years on Twitch. I didn't feel any excitement at all. I had to fake it, and that's why I retired from it. But yeah, if you still feel the rush, retired from the rip and ships. Now I have it again for my giveaways, but that's why I stopped. Is exactly what you said. It's like eventually, it's not really for you because you can tell if someone's faking it.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah, the giveaway stuff, it's got me more into it. I think a lot of it, I'm happy for people that like they're getting something free. But it is fun to see like the cards and with the black and white set, especially with like 170 or something art rares. It's like it's fun. Something I don't see often.
That's so crazy, man. I don't even know how that's gonna work in English.
I don't know either. They're gonna have to print it to absolute oblivion. There's 800 unique cards. I mean, what the fuck? People, like, how? We pulled 3 identical art rares. We had 4 booster boxes yesterday. And we pulled, like, 3 sock art rares. And there's 170 art rares.
Yeah, it's just a drop in the pan.
Yeah, so the fact that we pulled 3 identical ones out of 4 boxes, I mean, you made no progress in the master set on that slot. That should have been 3 unique art rares, and it was 1. So the whole mastering of a set, it's not going to be physically possible for like 99% of people.
Got to catch them all though, dude. You got to. Hey, Abraham, what's up, dude? Do a side Pokemon business from scratch with no collection or distro. It would be different and it will make you more interested in making videos.
That's what I used to do.
A side business from scratch with no collection or distro. I mean, you're going to need a massive amount of capital to start that up, or I don't know.
I mean, Danny Phantom kind of did that with his Japanese store, the Korosio shop.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he eventually started doing Japanese like maybe less than a year ago. And it's a whole different website, all different products, different marketing. I mean, a lot of people probably don't even know it's his. He doesn't really advertise it too much, but yeah, I'm guessing it's a different LLC. We discussed that a little earlier. So, Danny did it. I mean, I did 2 years of this business without a distro or a collection. It's not hard as long as you just work at it.
Hey, someone wants to know. Nothing makes me more sad than knowing Brian doesn't ship to Canada. So you still ship only in the U.S.?
I've been back and forth. I did Canada and Mexico for a bit. I'm just too dumb. I'm just too dumb.
Like bad stories?
It's just like international shipping's hard with the variety of products because like you can do it by weight, you can do it by size of box, you can do it by value, and with Pokemon it's like, okay, this is $110 and it's super tiny, but if someone buys like a Cynthia's Garchomp EX box that's this big and I'm only making $7 on it and it costs $30 to ship it because it's massive, there were so many like nuances with shipping that I was like, this is too much work. And then add import tariffs to the bunch where people, and I mean, Canada's had import tariffs for longer than America has, the US has, I should say. And some of the Canadians just didn't know, I guess. They'd never bought from the US. So I would get emails all the time like, hey, I paid $100 for this booster box and now I have to pay $20 to get it from customs. This is a scam. And I'm like, bro, it's your freaking country. Vote better. So yeah. I just stopped. There's a lot of fantastic people in Canada and Mexico that I feel bad for, but it was like every 10th package, there'd be some tariff complaint. And I'm like, I just don't have the capacity to deal with this. It's not worth the money.
It's funny you say that. I have been back and forth multiple times. I've offered it since the beginning. I still have offered it. But yeah, it is kind of like concerning when 95+% of the issues I have with shipping are always foreign shipments. For one reason or another, like, it seems to be every time I have an issue with shipment, it's always something out of country. And it's like, you go back and forth because it's like, yeah, I do have a lot of customers overseas where it's either Canada or, UK or Australia and things like that. So it's even like the Middle East now, like Dubai and stuff. And so it's just like, I still want to be able to service them. But at the same time, it's just like, people don't get like, I think people think the margins, and right now they are, like, especially for you with a lot of, you get a lot of big orders from distribution. But before that, and like for me and other people, the margins are extremely small in Pokemon. And so for you to like, lose an order, like have someone like do a chargeback or something on one like order, that wipes out like 10 or 15 good orders of profit.
Yes.
And now you're like back to square one trying. And so it's just like, it becomes one of those things where it's just like, well, how many of these issues can I eat before I just shut off international shipments altogether? And it does suck because I don't want to like do that to people. But at the same time, how much effort do I want to put in to keep dealing with it?
Yeah. The shutting down 10 orders is very true. Like if you lose $100 on an order, yeah, it's $100. But if you only make $10 per order, that's 10 orders that you're wasting your time shipping. I think like if you like for a while for my international people, I would direct them to eBay. I had an eBay store because eBay has like a, whatever the worldwide shipping.
That's a great idea, actually.
It is. But there's so many sellers on eBay selling for less somehow, at least with Japanese, that like I don't really compete because like I'm like, well, just buy from Japanese eBay seller. You'll get one less middleman away. Some people wanted the Pokémon protection and name and brand, but for the most part, I think when I sent them to eBay, they were like, oh, well, this guy from Japan is selling it for cheaper than Pokémon is. I'll just buy it from him. He does international shipping too. So it never really worked. Like Drip and whatnot and all the other streaming platforms, like Drip offers international shipping. So they handle all the rigmarole of it. So like I get some international customers there and I've directed people there before. But I mean, some of the countries aren't supported. Some people don't want to sign up for an app. So I just like, it's kind of not worth it.
Dude, the haters are out in full force in the chat, man. Just like,
are they?
Well, it's so funny because like It takes me two clicks to ban someone. And then I think about they got to go like re-sign into their new account or make their new emails, make a new screen name, come back, do the same exact comments. And it's just like, dude, I can sit here and double click all day, brother.
I saw a couple people got banned. I'm not even reading the chat. There must be some.
Yeah, it's second nature to me at this point. Like I've gotten like rated by so many different like people. Apparently, I make a lot of people in this hobby unhappy. And you know, I'm just a guy in Missouri that started collecting Pokemon when I was a kid, refound it when I was an adult, and found a way to quit my real job and do this full time and just talk about how I've done it, how I've been successful. And apparently that pisses people off to such a degree that they spend their days coming to my chats and live streams having to like talk shit. I don't know.
It's insane. Know, man. I think they're in love with us. Like this Alf guy in the chat. This dude comments on every one of my videos. Like he gives me more engagement than almost any of my actual fans. And then there's one guy that he doesn't like how I pronounce the word especially. I'm not even kidding. Like every comment, it's I looked it up on Chat GPT. Apparently it's a dialect thing. Like Midwest people in some states say especially like EX, especially this.
Okay, I got it.
And then I guess on the coast they say it how it's written, especially, which to me sounds like you have a lisp, but hey, that's just my opinion. And I shit you not, this guy comments. I must say especially a lot. I don't know. This guy comments on almost every video. Phonetically writing it out. And then he calls me like a dumbass. And I'm like, bro, do you have a life? It's insane to me.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting subscriber only mode on. That way they have to subscribe to hate on it. So then I'll just like rack up the subs. So like I won't only get the hate engagement, I'll get the hate subs. And I'll just like double up on them.
Get the hate. So that's actually really fun.
That's the way to do it.
That'll get you to 30,000 subs in no time. You only got like 300 left to go.
Fine, dude. It's funny. I usually stay like exactly like halfway behind you, but the gap keeps getting larger.
Like it kind of just snowballs.
First it was like 10 and 20K, and then it was like, well, now it's 20 and 40. It's like 30 and 60. I'm like, well, I'm staying halfway behind them, but I think I'm getting further behind somebody.
Yeah, I've had some really good video luck lately. Like the algorithm's just like, here you go. I don't know. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Is that? Well, I remember, dude. Remember we were talking like this is probably a year ago. One of your goals like this year, right, was to make YouTube into like a full-time income.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're probably there, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, Nebraska, real estate. I mean, Missouri too. I'm sure. Like real estate's really cheap. So like, yeah, it's about 3,500 to 3,900 a month, which is more than I made in my full-time job in real estate. So I hit that goal. So yay for me.
Crazy.
It is crazy. You could easily, like, our house it's 3,000 square feet. The basement's unfinished though. 3 beds, 3 baths. It's a good house, and the mortgage is only $2,200. All the people on the coast are punching air right now. Like, how does he?
God, that seems even cheaper.
Move to Nebraska. Yeah, move to Nebraska. It's great.
Oh, I'm thinking about it. Damn.
Yeah, we put a lot down, granted, but yeah, it's a $400,000 house, which gets you a lot in Nebraska. So yeah, if you do YouTube, I mean, you can easily pay for a house if you just. I mean, half these new people that just make content hating on us are just pretending that they're what is Catch 'em All Collectibles calls them cosplay investors.
Oh, that is exactly what a lot of people are. Well, you know what the best part is? Remember that video that I got like the most hate from, like all over Reddit? Like everyone was like, you know, going crazy over it, where I was just telling people like, hey, well, if you don't like it, like leave for a while or get a second job or something.
Oh yeah, that got a lot of people.
It's funny because they all took my advice. All these guys got second jobs as YouTubers. So everybody went out and got a second job to make YouTube videos to afford the Pokemon product. So hey,
bro, that's hilarious.
I think my content's helping.
See, if you made a video about how you were right about that, though, no one would watch it or acknowledge it.
No, then you. That's so funny, dude.
God, that's funny as hell. Yeah, they're making good money. If you ever want to calculate how much money someone's making on YouTube, just look at their views, divide it by 1,000, and multiply that by between 5 and 10. So if you have like 8,000 views, you're getting 8 times 5 or 8 times 10 at the most. So $80 between like $40 and $80 a video, and that's how you kind of extrapolate it out. Or is it extrapolated out? I don't know.
Ooh,
I don't know how to talk these days.
Extrapolated?
Extrapolated out. But yeah, it's a good way to kind of measure YouTube wealth. Like, it depends on the length of the video too, but you can definitely calculate someone's income on YouTube pretty easily.
I mean, as far as like putting product away right now, like I guess investing, you could say, like, what are you doing there? Are you keeping anything from like your allocations, or are you just like blowing it out because the margins are so good right now?
I'm blowing it out. There's no point. Everything that's coming out within the last 2 releases, it's going to get reprinted. I don't know how affordable it's going to be, but I'll be able to get more at the distro price if I want to hold it back. Right now, it's like I can't see any new set being more expensive on the market within the next 2 years. If you held on to Destined Rivals for 5 years, yeah, you're going to make money, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But I there's just no point in holding on to stuff. I've got stuff I'm holding on to from 2022 and 3 when I tried to sell it at like 115 a box and no one wanted it. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll put this aside. I bought like 40 grand of Obsidian and Paldea from some dude in Arizona. And that
Like
was
recently?
like for maybe 6-8 months ago or so. And I just never put it on the site because I believed in the product. And that paid off real well. But yeah, I'm not holding on to anything. I mean, you basically just buy and
yeah, man.
risk,
I don't get
suppose.
enough. Like, the little bit that I get is kind of like what I hold on to at this point. So if I get like, you know, a box from like a distribution program, or a case from like a distribution program or a few boxes or a case from my distro, I just put that away. And then everything I use for my like business and my streams, I have to buy at full market price because I don't get anything. But like, if I was in your shoes, like, yeah, it makes sense. It's like, here's the way to think about it too. It's just like, back when, you know, everything was cheap and you could get things for 95 a box, distro price, whatever. If you could get to $200 a box in like a year or two, that's crazy. It's 100% gains. It's like, well, now you can get to that immediately.
Right.
And so it's like, it's almost like this investing has like been sped up to now it's just like, well, I can just flip it immediately and make what I would have made off of putting it away in 2-3 years. And so I get it. It just makes sense to flip it.
Yeah, I'm wondering how long that will last for. I mean, I've said it many times. I don't think it'll last much longer, but
well,
then again,
I said, I think in the mega, this next, whatever they call it, the mega evolution block, I think we're going to see MSRP again.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my thought. I think we're going to see booster boxes on one of these sets get to MSRP again.
Yeah, I was saying that I thought that would be the case with black and white, but I was like, not, obviously not. The first mega evolution set, according to PokeBeach, apparently TPCI informed all of the LGS locations that there would be a shortage in pre-release kits. Not necessarily a shortage of products, but the official TPCI, not some distributor that he interviewed, but the official TPCI, they said there'd be a shortage. So the people
now
like
PokeBeach has like interviews with the Pokemon company.
He's got a lot of plugs. I don't know where exactly he got it from, but we talk relatively regularly on Instagram. He's got some plugs. It's kind of wild. Very shy dude, ironically enough. But yeah, so apparently the pre-release kits are going to be short. So the tournament, you know, competitive players, they might not be too happy about that. It'll be interesting to see if the booster boxes are also affected. Pokemon's kind of taking a shit on just anything as far as timing goes. Like, even since Shrouded Fable, the Shrouded Fable ETBs got delayed by a month. The Ogre Pond premium collections that were supposed to come out like this week, those got delayed a month. Those come out in July now. The Charizard Super Premium, whatever the hell, there's a Charizard Premium collection. It's like
another one
of the past. Yeah, this one, it was supposed to come out this week, and that got delayed till, it was supposed to come out last month, and that got delayed till June 27th. So that's 3 things now that have been delayed over 3 to 5 weeks. And so these pre-release kits, I'm not really surprised that those are going to be also affected. Pokemon, like, they're really scrambling right now. It's interesting.
What's your personal opinion? What is going on?
I think it's honestly due to, I think those are probably due to the tariff situations, because all those products, they have all these other pieces made in China, like ETBs, half the stuff's made in China. The Ogerpon has some nonsense in it. The Charizard has some nonsense. I want to say it's a tariff thing, but it could also just be they're focusing so much on these reprints they're supposedly working on that they're kind of like leaving stuff behind and forgetting things. They're just humans that work. So like you can imagine a team of like 7 people that are in charge of this release. You can imagine them just being overwhelmed and making stupid mistakes that scale to a bigger global level. I mean, you see this with tag grading. You know, they got super popular, and it's a relatively small company. And like, once people started just throwing hundreds of cards at them, delays happened and unexpected issues came up. It's like, well, Pokemon's just a bigger tag grading.
Dude,
much
speaking
bigger.
Of that was a crazy rise in like fall of like popularity. I mean, I haven't heard the word tag in a month now, 2 months.
Yeah, it was interesting. That'll be another one in December where I'll be like, remember when we talked about tag grading every day? And
you thought they were going to be like the next, like, set the world on fire, you know, company or something.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. And then everyone decided they hated them. I've never experienced the company myself firsthand, but apparently they pissed a lot of people off. And yeah, maybe they've just been kind of like keeping their head in the dirt for a little bit. Just kind of hiding out until they fix all their alleged issues.
I was having a conversation with my buddy. I think the issues of this hobby is this is such an emotional hobby. It is so emotional. And I think that's probably one of the reasons me and you get some hate is like we're like too level headed, I think. And so it's like all the crazy takes and price ups and downs and reprints and restocks. Like we never have any crazy takes or crazy like outbursts. And I think people like want that. And there's just so much emotion always flowing around. Everyone wants there to be like an enemy and something's always crashing. Something's always going to the moon. And like there's something always better. The grass is always greener on this next thing. And like, you know, I get hate for being like a PSA guy. It's like, guys, it's the biggest. It's probably always going to be the biggest. It's going to be tried and true. Another company has to rise up too much. They'll probably just buy them out. Like, let's just call it what it is. And like, that's like a controversial take for not like being for CGC or not being for tag or someone else. And it's just like
somehow, it's very
like,
odd.
Dude, it's like here. I have no allegiance to any of these companies. None of them pay me. I don't care. It's like just as I don't know, an honest take. If PSA has the most cards graded with it, it has the most collectors, it has the most sales on eBay, it's the most liquid. And sure, I could grade with CGC and try to hit a pristine, or grade with Beckett, try to get a black label. But when you take into effect the amount of black labels and pristines that actually get hit out of total cards sent, when majority of them don't get those, and you take the average on how many PSA 10s you can averagely get, you're going to make more money. And overall, just sending them all the PSA, getting more 10s, they're going to be way more liquid. They're going to move faster. It just makes more sense from a business standpoint. I'm not saying don't collect what you like, but like, the reason I don't like these other companies, it doesn't make sense yet. Maybe in some point in the future it makes sense, but right now it just doesn't make sense.
I think it's bananas. That's a hot take. Like it would be like a new phone company coming out and you betting on that against Apple and Samsung.
Good.
Like it's insane to me. I'm not loyal to any grading company either, but I just don't understand why that's a hot take. People bitch about Apple all the time for like not being original because they honestly aren't. But like, don't bet against them. They're still going to rule the market share forever. Or Samsung, either one. Like you get these smaller companies. I can't imagine in the phone world anyone betting against those two. Or like Ford and Chevy. Like, yeah, they both have their issues. But like, imagine if a brand new car came out and people were like shilling for that car over Ford and Chevy. It's like, are you sure? Are you sure you want to make that bet because you're emotional? It's wild to me. If I graded cards, I'd grade with PSA because it'd be the easiest to flip.
Yeah. It's simply because there's more collectors and customers out there that want it. That's literally all it is to me. I don't, and it's easier. It's like here, if you have, I don't even know what the actual numbers of every card, so I'm not going to pretend I do, but like, let's say you have a card, a Charizard card, and it's got a 60% PSA 10 rate. And then with like CGC, it's got like a 15% pristine rate. It's like, dude, I'd rather send them all the PSA, get all 10, get more 10s, than try to get a couple pristines and have a bunch of CGC 10s or whatever that no one else really wants. They just want the pristine. It's like, sure, the few pristines sell for more than the PSA 10, but overall, you're going to be better off in more liquid PSA. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't care.
It doesn't either. And I'm just
the pretty label and the clear
of
case and all that stuff. As a business, I just don't care about that stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's an important, like, I'm only speaking on this from like a business perspective. If you're a collector, I don't really give a shit what you
Yeah.
do. But if you're in it to make money and you're doing anything other than PSA, I don't understand the logic. And trust, I'm not getting paid by any of these people. I tried when I was like a littler YouTuber, I tried to get a partnership with PSA and Beckett, and they completely ignored me. And then I had like 5,000 subs, and now I have 60. And Beckett came to me through DMs, and it's a lot like people with distributors. When the market's not hot, they're like, "Oh, I don't need a distro. I'll go to TCG Player." Then when the market's hot, they beg the distributor to like listen to them. Beckett obviously is AO freaking K without me. I'm not saying they're not, but I found that hilarious that like I reached out to them at 5,000, and now they're reaching out to me at 60. Now all of a sudden I matter, and I'm like,
Oh, dude, I'm very much at this point
hilarious.
like the few companies that I do promotions for, like are just companies that kind of like use me from like the very beginning when I had very little, like, you know, and then like Ava's binder reached out and like she's got the, you know, misprint, so I do ads for her. But like, dude, I'm one of those people that if I get bigger and these companies reach out, I'm probably gonna like say no to most all of them because like everyone I've tried to reach out to has done the same thing, ignored me. And what's funny is I know so many people that stream on eBay Live, that stream on Fanatics, and these companies that are all gate kept. And I know the sales they do. I know the sales I do. I literally sent these people emails, eBay Live, Fanatics, and lined out my subscriber base, my average viewer of my live streams, my average monthly sales. And I'm like, here, I have a shipping department. I sent them that, no response. I'm like, so you have no time for me when obviously I'm doing more sales than a lot of people you already have on there. But if you try to reach out to me later, I'm definitely gonna like just like absolutely crush you because it's so ridiculous, dude. It's just like no companies ever want to like help you out until like they're ready to need you.
It's the same exact principle as businesses with distros and people that want special treatment. It's the same principle. Yep. It's insane. The funniest thing I've seen in a while, and I'm not going to say the name of the company or the name of the YouTuber because like I don't want to get anyone in trouble. But within the last year, there was a guy, a smaller channel, who wanted to interview me, and I was like, yeah, dude, like let's hop on, let's rap about whatever was hot back then. And he emails me back, and he's like, hey, would you mind if I did a sponsored ad shout out at some point in the interview? And I was like, I don't care, whatever, for whatever company it's for. He's like, okay, cool. He's like, the funny thing is I reached out to this company for sponsorship opportunities in the past, or like a week prior, and they said no. And then when they saw my face in the thumbnail for like Poke stream interview next week, then that company reached back out and offered the guy a few $100s. And I'm just like, bruh. So I'm like, yo, you're going to split that with me, right, bro? No. But I just thought that was hilarious because I'm like, man, these companies take no risks. They take no gambles. And honestly, good for this dude. Like, I hope he's doing well. Again, this was a while back, but I just thought that was hilarious, like how these businesses operate.
And it's good. It makes you work harder. It makes you work harder for what you have. And like, okay, well, I don't need you. And just remember that in the future, I don't need you. You know?
It's all fair. Fair is fair. You know, it's,
guys, if anyone's got any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. Me and Brian will take any of them for a little bit. I got one more thing to talk about though. We talked about it earlier. Like you said, it was going to be irrelevant, but it is relevant now. Dude, the GameStop thing.
Oh my God.
So
everyone's
first it was the PSA grading everyone's up in arms about. Now it's the fact that they're getting more, I would say, like intertwined into like being a local game store, into the hobby, selling more products, like raising their market prices to meet, you know, more close to like what they're going for and not MSRP. Like what's your take on the whole situation?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in my opinion. I mean, it's just hot and honestly, because I make videos about current events too. So I'm curious as to if most of these YouTubers are doing it because it's a hot thing to talk about, or if most of them actually feel the way they feel. Because in the long run, it just doesn't matter. It, like I was saying in a video, whatever GameStop sells on Whatnot for, say, a 20% markup, that same product would be sold on Whatnot for a 30% markup from some sleazebag who isn't like some fly-by-night sleazebag who doesn't even know what they're doing. At least on GameStop, it's going to probably be an honest transaction. And that got a lot of controversy too, because GameStop's a horrible company that cheats people. And I'm like, well,
I actually agreed with your take on my video. I got the same comments. Everyone hated it. Yeah, I get it.
yeah. And I'm like, well, yes, they do some sketchy things, but it's a big publicly traded company. It only takes a few hate videos. They're going to refund you if some shit goes down. And it's okay. Did you hear about Staplegate?
No.
This is the most hilarious GameStop story.
Oh, so, yeah, where they stapled like into a box or something, a receipt.
Yeah, so it's a Switch 2, and they stapled the receipt to the box for the Switch 2, and somehow the staple went through the box and hit the Switch 2 screen, which honestly, to me, sounds like more of a Nintendo problem than a GameStop problem, but I digress. So this was all over YouTube. I follow like Nintendo YouTube too. I'm watching all the gamer shit. And I do some research, and it turns out that was like 5 Switches in one location in like Seattle or some shit. It was like the video made it seem like this was this whole thing, and it was like a handful of Switches in one store in one small town. And I'm just like, it's a litmus test for how desperate people are just to, again, hate on a company. I'm not a GameStop fanboy. I haven't been to a GameStop in 10 years. But it just seems like a lot of hoopla to me.
Well, except when you were in line, like getting your prismatic SBC scout.
Filling those carts up with
Other than that, dude, that's the other funny part. It's like, dude, I've been to Costco because I shop at Costco, but like other than that, I never go to these places looking for Pokemon product. It's weird that like that's become the staple of like the only place to buy product. People always, whenever I see the thing, like you can't find product anywhere. Sure you can. What are you looking for? Okay, I'll send you a link to it on eBay or TCG Player. I'll send you a link right now. Any product you want. Like maybe once you get back to vintage and stuff, maybe you can't find it. They're not on the market right now. Fair. Any modern products on the market right now. Well, Alex, I don't want to pay that much. Okay, but you can find it.
Yeah, it's not lost. It's not gone. It's basically pay a premium or wait in line all night. And that's up to you. I would just look at anyone that waits in line for like 12 hours. I would just be like, okay, if you make $10 an hour, you spend $120 or $120 of your time. Is that premium of your time worth it compared to spending an extra $80 online? I'm not going to say one way or the other.
I was going to say, careful. You might really get people upset over that one.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it myself. I want to buy a Switch 2, and on eBay they're like $700, and MSRP is like $500. So I'm actually doing the math myself. I'm like, okay, if I wait at Best Buy, they're doing a drop, I guess later tonight. If I wait there for 8 hours, and my hourly rate was $10 an hour, that's $80. Is that worth it compared to just buying it for like a $200 premium?
Yeah.
I make more than $10 an hour. I'm just saying, like, that's basically market minimum wage is what I call it, where if Walmart's paying it, that's minimum wage as far as I'm concerned. And that's how I make decisions. And I think everyone out there should at least kind of think that way and go accordingly.
What I think is funny too is just like people that like have this really principled stance against like MSRP and all that stuff. And they also call themselves investors. Like, dude, if you're a collector, you're just like a casual, I get it. I'm 100% your side. But like the people who want to call themselves investors and they'll spend all this time going around to all these places and like, oh, I picked up one here, 2 from here, another one here, caught a game or an online drop here. I got like 6 prismatic ETBs at MSRP. It's like, I could have bought like 4 cases worth. This is all I could find. It's like, oh, that's cool. I went and bought 4 cases online for $100 a piece. In 4 years, let's see who's better off.
Yeah.
It's like you literally can't find enough. You can't spend enough time finding enough in the wild. And you're just so principled that you can't pay a dime more to get the position size you want at a more like a less reasonable cost, I guess. It's just like, dude, you got to pick your poison at some point.
Yeah. And it really does come down to how much you value your time. Like you obviously have a higher hourly wage than a lot of other investors might. So maybe they don't value their time as much. I mean, whatever, like fair is fair.
And we're past, I mean, at least I am, I'm sure you are like past the age of like college, high school party stage. So it's like, I could see maybe if you're like your high school or college, and you're like, it's like a fun thing. Hey, let's all go freaking camp out at GameStop tonight. It'll be fun. Like, let's all,
yeah,
that's cool. But like, I'm not going to do that at like 35 years old. Like,
no, I'm this close to just buying a Switch 2 on eBay, honestly, because I went to 3 stores the other day, just maybe if I'd find one on the shelf, maybe just like, and that took about an hour. And I was like, well, shit, if I make $500 an hour, I could have just bought a Switch for free. So I'm like, I'm just gonna buy one on eBay probably.
It is crazy when you think about it like that.
Yeah.
Derek said 151 bundle steel displays are 800. Still a great buy for a long term. 800.
Wow.
That sounds high, doesn't it?
I don't know. I mean, that's probably about right. They were like 750 a month or two ago.
So they're a lot. So the displays are a lot more than the single bundles, I guess.
Yeah, the displays have quite a premium because like $80 a booster bundle in a sealed display, like that tracks for me. I bet that's about right.
I mean, I know we're getting more Blooming Waters. I'm guessing you're getting more Blooming Waters.
They sent me 12.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting any, but like I know stores are getting more. So I mean, here's the thing, guys. Like I looked it up yesterday on stream. I believe 151's in like the G block, and that gets out of rotation next year with like the rest of the early Scarlet Violet era sets. So they got
it's 2 years old.
They've literally got, I don't know, 10 months left to print more. They have a lot of stuff to print. I don't know how much more 151's coming. Like it's going to get to the point here where you're going to have to put up or shut up at some point. If you're still praying for MSRP, I think those days of mine might be gone.
Yeah, I think this will be the last, maybe the second to last reprint of 151. Danny Phantom had a video. I saw the thumbnail. I haven't watched it yet, but he apparently is getting them from what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I got 12 Blooming Waters boxes, not cases, boxes. And the poster collections, I bought like 40 grand of those 2 months ago or so at $33 a poster collection, guys. I'm not making money on these. I can't imagine though. I agree with Alex. There'll be maybe one or two more reprints, restocks, whatever word you want to throw.
Yeah.
And then that's a 2-year-old set.
2-year-old? What is this? I got one question and I'll leave. Do you agree there should be stop gaps in place to protect people who buy from places like Rip and Ships? Should it be more regulated?
Oh, like when you go to the bar and like they like call you off, like when you like drink too much. They do it at casinos too. I mean, it takes them a while to get there, but they do have that protection due to law. No, I don't think there should be. I think people can be big boys and girls with their credit cards, but it's not a completely off the rip question, I guess.
I mean, like I'm in favor of anyone like under 18, like there's being some kind of regulations there, but as an adult, I'm not a fan of censoring how adults can spend their money. That's crazy.
No,
that's crazy to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wacky or out of it. I don't know, but like I'm all fine and good if we want to talk like children under age 18, like limiting that or finding some safeguards for them. But like adults, no, they don't need safeguards. Like if you can go to war and all that, like you can buy products online. That's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
That's a fair take.
Right? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what world are we living in, man?
Well, there's a lot of videos about people like getting divorced and people going on these like, whatever the hell that Caleb Hammer guy's channel about like their husband or wife spending all their money on Pokemon cards.
I did see that. Yeah. And I saw the Dave Ramsey one.
It's like, figure your shit out. It's a thing you buy at Walmart. Like, figure your shit out. You're right. People are going to war. I mean, Jesus.
Oh, this is a good one. I'm talking about Journey Together. Are you holding any of the Journey Together items, like the boxes with the box toppers?
It's actually your fault. I saw a video of you talking. It was either you or someone in your audience.
Probably me.
And it was about the European reprint that doesn't have the promo card.
Yeah, I think like the Australian or something.
Or Australian. It was some country that they had the enhanced one and now they don't. I don't know what it was, but I heard that. I said it. I commented in your video and I said, "Oh, taking them all off the site now."
Did you actually?
I did. Yeah. I offered him an MSRP for a while and then a little bit above that, and then I was like, okay, I'm good. So yeah, I think there's a good chance that they just never do enhanced again. They didn't do it for Destined Rivals. It caused a ton of confusion for Journey Together. Just the thinking of it from a production management standpoint, like adding an extra card to a box before you seal it and put it off and like the production line, I bet that cost them god loads of money, like money that you wouldn't imagine, just that extra step, because it wasn't, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
one little thing can change the whole entire production line. I think they experimented with it, and I don't think it was a success.
Yeah, I'm definitely like normally I wouldn't be holding a set like Journey Together, but just because of that, I am holding some. Just in the off chance it does happen, they reprint it and we don't get more. I'm cool with having some of those cases. I think they'll do well.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Dude, what about like here? I'm gonna try and cover this up, but like, so I guess we can't really see it. I am getting messages from people with stacks of black and white packs asking if I want them already.
English?
English.
Oh, interesting. I have not gotten any DMs yet.
And I've got multiple now, and they're asking me,
wow.
Alex, is it too early for you to take these? And I'm just like, dude, I don't think I can do it.
Don't do it. No, don't. You will seismic shock TV yourself if you do that shit.
Well, and like that's one thing I considered. I'm like, you know what, dude? People in this community hate me so much already. Like that's just par for the course. But then I was like, I don't want to get like messed up with Pokemon or like someone.
They
like,
sent a private investigator. He called me personally and explained what was happening, and I was like, we had. I mean, I still got his number on my phone, and they literally sent a private investigator some really scary letters. Pokemon tracked him down, and you're bigger than he was. So like, I wouldn't F with it.
No. Yeah. So I told both the people, no, I can't do it. But like, you know, it's just like, it's crazy. There's that much of it already out there in the wild, like literally available to be bought by.
Well, they had
right
one
people, I guess,
weeks ago.
This way,
possum, bud.
You know that there's someone on Whatnot that is going to take that deal, and they're going to have them on there.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
like,
they had him a few weeks ago.
Those. Like that guy went from me. He said, when I said no, he went to someone else, and they said yes, and they're going to have him on stream probably this week.
Yeah. How much did they offer you a price?
I didn't even get to the price. They asked me if I wanted them. I said no. Didn't even get to a price. Because I didn't want to hear the price. If I heard the price and it sounded good, I would have probably started considering it. And I don't want to consider it, dude. It's a month early.
It's too early. The last price I saw was $100 a pack.
Yeah,
which is probably about right. That's what they'll sell for.
I mean, it'll probably sell for 20, 25 on stream.
I think they'll sell for more than that.
You think more?
Yeah, because when Prismatic dropped early, those were selling for I think like $40-$50 a pack. And this is way earlier than that. I mean, this is a whole month. And people have been selling them, I'm pretty sure, because it leaked like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Possum Bud made a video on it. Someone like took a selfie with one in their hand.
Yeah.
So I think it goes for more than that. I think we're looking like $60-$70 a pack.
Dude, that's so crazy, man.
It could be good if you want to grade the cards and be.
I was gonna say like that's the only thing I like considered, because I wasn't gonna stream them, but I was just like, I mean, I could open them and send them into PSA early.
Yeah, you could. I don't think PSA would care. I think they'd be like, oh yeah, money, here we go. I can't imagine.
I don't know how any of it works, dude. I'm so like, I didn't even want to get mixed up with it. You know, it's one of those things where it's just like, it's not worth the repercussions.
No, people would find out. People find out everything. The internet is the greatest sleuth in the world is the collective internet.
How are you making $500 an hour, dude? Hi, mate. Brian is living the lap of luxury, man.
I was just kind of like throwing a number out.
Me last night. He said, "What did you say? Sorry, man. I've been living life or something." I'm like, dude, I even want to know what that means, or will I just get depressed? that was my response.
Great DM. That was a hilarious DM. No, I don't really have a number on my hourly rate. We're netting around like $1,200 a day, so I don't know. Depending on what hourly rate that comes out as, it's certainly not $500 an hour. Although I probably only work like 3 or 4 hours a day, so it's probably not that far off. Employees are the ultimate life hack.
Dude, stop working so hard.
Shit.
I was joking about that. I was joking about that today. They're like redoing some of the concrete out in our subdivision. And I'm like, what if I just walk out there and be like, can you guys stop playing with your concrete? I'm trying to do real work in here. Could you imagine saying that to somebody doing construction?
Oh my God.
Can you stop playing around doing concrete? I'm trying to do work.
My brother's one of the hardest workers. He has his lawn cutting business, and he works for me like 25-30 hours a week at the busy season. Just
hearing that makes me suffer.
Oh, it's insane. Yeah, hi mate. I definitely don't work 8 hours a day, so it's somewhere in between.
Oh, how
Like
many
this is
states do you have Nexus in? That's a great question. I think I just hit my like fourth or fifth. It sucks.
shit. You're killing it. Then it's a horrible thing, but a
It
good
sucks,
sign
dude.
of crushing it. I
So
think I have 15.
I'm not going to mention names, but when I was like talking to other people, when I reached out to you, I talked to some other people, and literally there's some people out there that do relatively similar numbers to me or you,
Hmm.
and they just don't do it
Yeah,
for
I know one
like
personally.
5, 6, 7 years, and I'm just like, and they're like, yeah, like, I'm just not gonna do it, and like some of them says like, well, I mean, if I do get caught, like they're just gonna slap me with some fees and then make me pay the back amount anyway, and at least I'm not paying all the filing fees and all and tracking it and charging people sales tax. I'm just like, okay,
That's wild. You
I just
do
go,
have to
okay.
file each month and each quarter you skipped. I learned that the hard way. I know someone personally that's between your size and my size on sales, and he's never done it.
And he's still just not
Insane.
gonna do it.
No, he's just like he
Yep.
does too much work. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess if you declared bankruptcy for your LLC, I don't know that the government could hunt you down. I guess they probably could. The government can do whatever they want. They can
Oh,
hunt you
dude,
down
well,
personally.
it's an actual federal crime. Like it's a crime to not file. It's not a crime to not
Right.
pay. You can not pay, but you have to file.
Okay. So they'd be effed either way.
Yeah, dude, that is one
Bankruptcy
thing.
wouldn't
Like
protect you from that.
I will talk to multiple accountants. I will take every literal legal way there is to try to either push taxes off or, like have any write off or any way to get around it. The one thing I will not do is F the federal government. Like, dude,
No.
I claim everything, my PayPal, my Venmo, my everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I do all the Nexus stuff. And then I just, at the end of the year, I try everything I can to, maneuver around and find write-offs and different ways to reduce the bill. But like, people are crazy not even filing or reporting. That's wild.
Well, and what pisses me off is like I made a few mistakes in California that I got called about. Boring, long story short. And then I missed a $600 payment to Pennsylvania. These people put a lien on my house over $600. I shit you
Oh,
not. A lien on my house. Bro, that is nuts. And then you got these assholes that aren't even doing it at all. And I'm like, really? It's just like anything the government does. They punish the people actually working and making the money, and they I'm not
Dude, they
even gonna
make it
get
so
into it.
difficult to do business. Like, dude, guys, I'm just gonna tell you right now. Once you start doing some sales on your own website, you have no idea how much like effort this like takes every month. Like every time you hit a Nexus, you have to go through and is it an SST state, meaning they'll like do the filing for you? Is it not? Do I have to file myself? Do I have to like sign up for managed returns or do the returns myself? Oh, I'm getting close to another state. Now I got to turn taxes on for that. It's a mess, dude. Then like here, this one, I just got a message or a thing from Illinois saying, hey, you have 30 days to file or you're getting this payment or all this stuff. This like late
Illinois
fee.
is scary.
Yeah. And I'm like, I talked to Avalara and they're just like, well, yeah, but we didn't you didn't hit it till April. I'm like, well, they want one. So I had to go file a 0 return just to be in compliance. Like it's the amount of like time it takes and effort and energy to deal with taxes is crazy. Like if all that money and time was spent on a business or hey, on paying your employees more, the country would be better. But this is the kind of regulations that government just like slows down the process of growth.
America hates small business.
They
The
do.
American dream is a lie. I
It's
dare
ridiculous.
any patriot to come at me with that who's making 9 to 5 at a cushy job because it's complete bullshit. Pennsylvania,
And
Illinois, and
it's the red
California.
tape too, dude. It's just like, dude, if they would just give you a easy like amount you owe and you didn't have to do any work or have any companies do it for you, have any filings, it's like end of the year, here's your bill, pay us. That would even be better. Like just send me a bill and I'll write you a check. But like doing all this work, it's an absolute mess, the system we have.
It's all a racket. Like the amount of money TurboTax pays politicians to keep taxes complicated, it's fascinating. There's documentaries on this.
Like the lobbying they do.
Yeah, it's all a racket. TurboTax helps with your taxes by making your taxes harder. They lobby for the most complex, like it's insane. There's a whole mob. There's a whole gang in the politics system that keeps the shit hard, and we're the suckers that pay it. And ironically, the people that skip it entirely, they probably won't even get punished.
Yeah, and then people were saying like, well, yeah, stick with eBay or another platform, and yeah, I understand like the argument of staying with a platform, but it's just like again, the margins are so small in this business when you take an extra 10% off of your margins, dude, that can be like make or break for some businesses in this industry. Like that's just the truth.
Oh yeah, it's a huge percentage.
I mean, here's the thing, dude. Like eBay, after payment processing fee, because you're gonna hit payment processing either way, you're at like over 13%. What if you're buying out collections at like 80, 85 and you're selling them 13%? And it means like you're not making any money.
No. Even if the market takes a huge upswing, you're still making the bare minimum for a retail store.
So you're gonna risk like tens of thousands of dollars to make a couple $100? Like that doesn't make sense.
No.
So it's like you either sell on your own and get the margins and deal with the BS, or you sell on a platform like eBay and you just have to like either again have distribution or take a more risky route like grading cards or buying out collections that of singles and things that you don't fully know like what the margins are built in because you don't know all the conditions. Like you have to get way more risky with your business, which is less sustainable than just like eating all the BS and selling on your own site.
Yeah, that's the truth of it. You pick your poison. You're not going to get rich doing a business on eBay, at least a sealed business. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, unless I guess you get up to like when you have a partnership deal with eBay and you start getting negotiated rates and refund checks at the end of the year and off your percentages and all that. Like there are people that do okay, like but it's few and far between.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue, you'd have to excel the shit out of this, but the amount of foregone wages you give up to get to that level of eBay, you spend more than you save unless you do business for like 40 more years. Right? I mean, because to get to the level,
well, now you can't even source enough product to get there.
No, you never get there.
Yeah.
It's like going to school to be a radiologist. Like you go to college and you spend $100,000 a year, and a radiologist makes up to like $900,000 a year, but you're in school for like 10 extra years after a bachelor's degree, and then that's time you could have made money, but you were spending money. And so unless you're a radiologist for like 15, 20 years, you're probably better off selling Pokemon cards without a degree. My buddy's a radiologist, so I actually know a thing or two about what they make. And I don't know. I've joked to him about that. I'm like, man, you're a better person, but God,
I was gonna say, dude, it's like all the real jobs in society are all like it makes you like I don't know, dude. It's like listening to like Tim Dillon talk about it. It's just like, dude, we're in the collapsing empire. Just enjoy it as we collapse. Like,
oh yeah,
the guy that sells Pokemon cards is better off than a radiologist.
It's nuts, but it's true. At least for a while. Again, if you take all the years of foregone wages and the years of college debt, you're probably netting more doing Pokemon. There was a Drip Shop Live did, not to like keep plugging them, but I saw a Instagram post that they're paying streamers now, which no one really shared the post. I thought it was fascinating. Yeah, they're paying streamers $30 an hour base, up to $75 an hour, depending on experience, whatever that means. And like my wife's a teacher, she probably makes like $30 an hour if you factor in summer breaks and all that stuff. And I sent it to the girls in our group are all teachers. And I was like, how fucked is this that Drip is paying you your salary for people to stream cards? That's insane. Amazing. Like they give me a stipend for my streams, but like they want just normal streamers to make like a salary. Like I guess they ship you cards and you just clock your hours in like a real job.
Well, absolutely, I mean, that's wild. What all these like other like independent streamers have done, like all the big guys, right? Like you log on like you log on like Kraken or Vortex Breaks or Ryan's Card House, like they all employ streamers and pay them hourly. Well, Dan, catch them all collectibles. Like he's got PK, he's got Ponga. I think he's got a third guy now on eBay. Like he pays them hourly. Yeah,
he's got 3 people. So I've heard about it for sure from like individual little LLCs like us. But seeing a bigger company do it, I was like, wow, that's fascinating. If Whatnot does it, it's like that's game over for a lot of people's small business.
Anna said, this is PokeGal. Hey, what's up? I actually do taxes for a living. People are actually very surprised on how small the profit margin is from selling Pokemon cards.
Yep. It's not much.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're going to call it Brian's. Look, Brian's pool is not going to swim in itself. Okay. The sun is not going to tan him from inside the house, and so he's got to get going. He's got life to live.
I got life to live. It's summer break, baby. I got to get out there. Got to float around.
Yeah, I appreciate you jumping on, take some time this week, man.
Oh yeah, it was great. I just hit Alex up like yesterday. I'm like, you trying to stream tomorrow? It's like, sure. It's great. That's what it's all about.
Worked out perfect, man. Any last words of wisdom to leave everyone with?
Oh boy, I don't even know. I don't even have wisdom anymore, man. I'm just trying to stir up nonsense. You have more wisdom than I do. That's for damn sure.
My words of wisdom are going to be shill by any means, baby.
Keep on shilling.
Keep on shilling. We out all.
Chilling on.